Stands our national anthem and other songs are brought to you by the outlets in Harrisburg. Tonight's performer of God Bless America is Nikita Milligan. Nikita is 12 years old and attends West Perry Middle School and is very active in her school chorus. And now is the everyone please rise and gentlemen the roof come for the performing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem is being sung to you tonight by singer-songwriter Callie Tomlin. Callie is a self-taught indie artist who began playing guitar when she was 14. She's been singing and writing her own music since she was a child. Her own original music is a mix of blues, rock, southern rock with some pop influences. You can check her out at callietomlin.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Callie with tonight's national anthem.
Welcome out to the Harrisburg Farm Show Arena, the New Holland Arena, and Fremont Mortgage Field. John Wilsbach with you, back in the saddle again after missing a few games in December. Great to be with you here as the Harrisburg Heat at 5-10 take on the Baltimore Blast, leading the East at 12-2. These two teams have played a few times thus far, with Baltimore leading this series 2-1. The last one being a week ago down in Baltimore, and a 12-5 victory for the Baltimore Blast. And there are the Baltimore Blast. They're missing their top goalkeeper in William Van Zella for this contest. He's out with a groin injury, but they bring in a veteran in this league in Joey Capinos. You may recall him many years playing either in Detroit. He was in Cedar Rapids as well. He's been around and he knows the indoor game, and Danny Kelly has a quality veteran he can go to. The Heat over the years, though, has done fairly well against Capinos. But he is certainly a competitor. The Heat missing some key players in this game. Steven Basso, block leader, still out with a disc problem in his back. And then a 3-game suspension for Lucio Gonzaga from that Kansas City game a couple weeks ago. So he is still out. The Heat are wearing the purple uniforms. Hugo Silva will start in net for the Heat, 5-8 on the season with a 6.37 goals against average. Brad Kerstetter, Ben Pardew, Danny DePrima, Val Texera, Thiago, Ricardinho, David Miller, Marcus Chantel, Douglas Dos Santos, Bruno Ramos, Elmo Neto on the roster for this game. And they also have, I believe they have Dominic Francis back as well. Healy starting things off for Baltimore, sending it down as you see it from our right to left on YouTube, and the Heat going left to right. Ricardinho with a shot block, comes back to him, shoots it wide, goes around the glass and out of play. Normally the field here at the Farm Show is set down on top of dirt, but it is car show week heading into the outdoor show, and they removed the dirt here in Harrisburg at the Farm Show Large Arena. So the flooring is actually down on the concrete. In many cases, it's a lot flatter. You don't have any, on smooth areas, it's just a little bit harder. But the ball never seems to take much of a different bounce in that situation. There's a shot to score from the left side. Goal! Elmo Neto starts things off for the Harrisburg Heat. He knows where the camera is, doesn't he? Time of the goal, 46 seconds of the first. Elmo Neto for the Harrisburg Heat. 10th goal of the season for him. As he gets some congratulations. Carl Delmont, the owner of the Harrisburg Heat. 1-0, Harrisburg in front. Baltimore trying to keep it alive with Hoxie down in the corner, but he'll lose it. Brad Kerstetter will clear it out to the far side. David Miller on it. Intercepted by the Blast. They'll bring it back the other way down to the right side. Knocked off the boards to the middle and knocked in by Kerstetter. It was sent by Nascimento to the middle, and Kerstetter got the foot on it and knocked it in. So Marco Nascimento quickly ties this game up for Baltimore. Time of the goal, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Thomas will get the assist. You can see that he was aiming for the left side of the net, but Kerstetter coming back there, number 2, just got the foot on and tapped it in. Nascimento's 5th goal of the season, and we are quickly tied at 1. As one gets knocked out of play. There's Healy, leader on this Baltimore team. Last year thought he was going to retire and comes back into action. They needed him. And I still thought he had a few more good years of playing in him. Solid defender, great on the back line. Proved to be solid back there, especially in the championship games against Monterey. Here's Chantel playing it back to Silva. Hugo will send it up the middle, and it's headed back down the corner. Hugo taps it back out again. Sent back in and sent back out. So we're knocking it all over the place. Santana trying to get to it over on the far boards. Has it knocked away, and it's recovered by Vinny Dantas. He has it poked away, and Danny DePrima able to clear it out. DePrima on it, crossing it to the near side. Hugo sending it up the middle dangerously, but gets it back. Onto the near side. Chiago working up across midfield. Chiago takes it, center point, pulls the trigger, that's blocked by Healy. Sent back down into the right corner. Neto on it this time for the Heat. He'll leave it down, sent around the boards and trapped along the side by Capinos. That was Chiago sending it around. Joey's going to send it up the middle of the field. Dos Santos sends it back up to Neto. His pass is partially blocked. Tries getting to it, but can't get his balance. And Healy comes up with it for the blast. Down to Dantas. Moves in left side. Shot it wide. Ball goes to the right side. And Tony Donatelli plays it back out to the neutral. Early here in the first, tied at 1. Baltimore with it. Mello at the left point, back out to the neutral zone. The Heat playing back-to-back home games tonight and tomorrow. The Florida Tropics are in town. Dantas over on the right side. Having it poked around a little bit, but makes the spin and brings it back out to the point. Sends it out to the neutral zone. On to the near side, it's Adriano Dos Santos who gets tripped up. Or actually Pereira. You got a Dos Santos for both teams, so don't get confused. Here's Hoxie. Back out to Dos Santos. He'll work against Francis. Francis had missed some games with some injuries. Baltimore keeps it alive with Pereira to the right wing. Shot there is blocked. Dos Santos again puts this one out. Here's Hoxie. You may recall him a few seasons ago in Rochester, and gets down here to Baltimore and certainly made an impact for this team. We're tied at 1. Hugo on it, trying to send it up the middle, but it gets intercepted by Hoxie. But he's unable to maintain possession, and the Heat get it out to the neutral zone. David Miller, double team, turns and plays it back near side Chantel. The Heat have been banged up as well with injuries. Healy will play it back to Capinos. He'll send it up the middle of the field. Jamie Thomas, double team, does it poked away, and Chantel knocks it back out. Here comes David Miller over to the far side. Ricardinho jogging it forward, moves toward the corner, off the glass to the middle, nobody home, and Hoxie will try clearing it out. It's intercepted by DePrima. Back over, Ricardinho moves in, tries passing it down towards the middle, but it gets deflected out of play. He was trying to get it to Pardue. It'll be a corner kick, though, coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. Restart from the left side. Neto's on the back side of the box, moving toward the middle. They'll chip it out front. Dos Santos with a shot. Nicely blocked out front by Nascimento. Along the near side, Donatelli playing it back. Healy will clear it out. Nascimento able to push it forward. Peruzzi with a shot. Just high and wide. Goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. 1-1 our score. Tomorrow night, Florida Tropics. We'll get hopefully a little chilly here in Harrisburg. That's a 7:05 start time tomorrow night. Here's Santana. In the meantime, Baltimore had possession, but the whistle blows as Mello had gotten knocked down. Or was it a rally? That was Mello. We mentioned Van Zella out with an injury. Roque out for the season with an ACL. Lucas Roque had 12 goals and 3 assists prior to that injury. You hate hearing about season-ending injuries. Another pushing foul on the Heat, this time against Douglas Dos Santos. So the restart coming up for Baltimore, left point of the Heat zone. Mello will send one off the boards to the middle, gets knocked around and calmly cleared out by Kerstetter. Up to the near side it goes to Elmo Neto, and Kerstetter on the back line will play it up to the far side. Chiago works it across midfield, approaching the yellow. Looks to step in, but then keeps it outside, plays it towards the corner, but it's intercepted. Brought back out to the neutral zone by the Blast, and Santana's pass picked off again by the Heat. Coming up on the midway point of the first, tied at 1. Kerstetter with the ball back in his own end, playing it to the far side. Dos Santos, now it's Hugo. Harrisburg Heat with a 5-10 record. They need to put wins together. And it starts tonight. Silva dumping it down to the left side, headed by Texera just wide, cleared to the side. Kept alive along the near boards by DePrima. And David Miller will send it back out of midfield. Chantel taking his time, slows it up. And then sends it all the way back to Silva. We hope to talk to Stephen Basso at halftime of tonight's game. Ball sent down the near side, Texera on it. Trying to get it to Ricardinho, but he lost control of it. De Oliveira getting some help clearing it out. Still loose in the neutral zone. David Miller back to Kerstetter. Kerstetter moves it up the middle of the field, getting it down to foul Texera. He'll send it back out. Chantel. Chantel at midfield. Back again to Hugo. Referees tonight, Brian Miller, Sean Papperman, assistant to Sergio Gonzalez in the box. Danny DePrima sending it back to the keeper. Hugo trying to move his team forward and kicks it down the near side. It goes right out of play. We've got timeout. 6:47 to go here in the first. Harrisburg and Baltimore tied at 1. Back with more here on YouTube and the Heat Soccer Network.
Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com.
Well, there's Danny Kelly, the head coach for the Baltimore Blast, former Harrisburg Heat great. before going to Baltimore, and then later became the head coach. And Denison Cabral, former Baltimore Blast great, the head coach of the Harrisburg Heat. In fact, the Heat so banged up a couple weeks ago, had to suit up, put a few games out on the field. That's how banged up they were. And Dominic Francis right there, number 17, just getting back into a groove with this Heat team. Restart coming up for Baltimore. The Blast will be home Saturday, February 3rd against Syracuse. A 6:05 start time there at Towson University. Mini ball night, Girl Scout night for you folks in Baltimore. Saturday, February 3rd, 6:05 in Baltimore. And the Heat home tomorrow night at 7:05. Tickets online at harrisburgheat.com. Knocked out a play on the far side by Dantas, and the Heat will restart. Kerstetter playing it back to Hugo. Long pass down for Neto along the right wing boards. Dos Santos at the right point. Move towards the middle and play it back out to the neutral zone. DePrima over to Francis, or make that Miller. Back to Dos Santos, over to DePrima. Near side, it goes to Ricardinho. Now he'll send it over to the far side. Dos Santos again. Make that Chantel, sending it down into the corner to Neto. Neto holding, working back out towards the point. And Chantel will set it up again in the neutral zone. Elmo Neto working down, shot, saved by Capinos. Joey Capinos rolls it out to the neutral zone. The Heat will intercept again. DePrima getting up to David Miller, tries working toward the middle. Shot down the slot from outside the yellow, and Capinos has to fall to his left and grab on. And Joey makes a throw up the field. It gets headed high in the air. Another one by DePrima, trying to keep it away from possible 2-on-1 developing. There's Hoxie's just kind of hanging out. Cherry picking up front. Now he'll get back. DePrima taking his time. Danny DePrima coming back to the Heat after playing a few years ago here in Harrisburg, and then he went to the outdoor game with the City Islanders, and now he's back. 4:30 to go in the first. Heat sending it down to the corner, but Val Texera can't control. Pereira gets it out to the neutral zone and able to get past Chantel. Down the left side, moves to the wing, crosses it. Right corner, into the box. Hugo dives out, gets a piece of it, and the ball pops out front, and the Heat are able to remove it from traffic and danger as Thiago has it. Good scoring chance here set up by Pereira, but they could not capitalize. Texera midfield, Dos Santos. Far side pass, Francis. He'll play it down along the left wing boards. Francis, left side shot, save. Capinos comes back to the corner again. Trying to get it out is Nascimento. Kept alive by the Heat, and the foul whistled against Jamie Thomas. Restart coming up for the Heat. Left wing boards. Thiago steps out of the way. Francis comes over, sends it around the boards, but it's cleared back to the side. Hoxie trying to clear it out, does. And Dos Santos will send it all the way back to the keeper, Hugo. Hugo getting pressure, held it too long, and now has to boot it up the field. But he got knocked down either way by Thomas, and it'll be a foul against Thomas again. 3:33 to go in the first. Tied at 1. Nice Friday night crowd on hand here at Freedmont Mortgage Field at the New Holland Large Arena at the Farm Show Complex. Hugo with the ball outside the yellow line. He'll play it to the near side. Dos Santos Back to Hugo. Now Danny DePrima, back to Hugo again. Hugo's going to dump it down to the left side. Neto trying to settle it there. Takes it to the corner. Plays it to the middle. Ricardinho can't get a piece of it. Now it comes back over to Neto. He'll send it along the boards, and Capinos will pick it up. He'll distribute it up for Thomas, but Hugo's right at the yellow line. Can't get it out of there. Thomas comes up to the left wing. Dos Santos comes sliding in from behind. Even though he got pretty much all ball, he got just enough of Thomas for a dangerous slide, and he will go to the penalty box. Watch this, as comes in from behind, and he took out Thomas in that right leg. That's an easy call for an official. It'll be a 2-minute power play coming up. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes and 9 seconds. 2 minutes. Illegal tackle. Douglas Dos Santos. Now a power play coming up for Baltimore. Baltimore 52% on the power play this season. That's fantastic. The Heat have killed off 65%. So the man advantage, far post, great save by Hugo on that far post on Vinny Dantas. The Heat right now short-handed. Healy with the ball in the neutral zone. Onto the far side. Mello looking at the far post just wide. Comes around to the boards and Healy's on it. Heat out there with Chantel, Kerstetter, DePrima, and Chiago. 1:22 to go on the power play. 2:10 now in the first, tied at 1. Healy left side, sent to the middle, blocked to the side again by Kerstetter. Cleared back out. Blast will bring it forward. Mello, right side shot, save. Hugo swatting it wide to his right side. Kept alive, though, at the left point. Dos Santos over to the right side. Shot by Pereira. Cleared back out by Kerstetter. 55 left on the power play. Ball tapped to the left side, sent back to the middle. DePrima's going to get it and able to clear it back out to himself. 2-on-1 develops for the Heat. Here comes DePrima with Chiago. Right side. Chiago stops and falls down. He had an opportunity. You've got to take that shot or take it further. Instead, Baltimore counters with a 3-on-2. Dos Santos over to the right side. The Heat slide down. Saved by Hugo. Kerstetter can't get to it, and a head ball on the far post goal. Tony Donatelli finishes it off. Time of the power play goal. 13 minutes. 41 seconds. Tony Donatelli. So that ball got to the far post. Chantel was the closest one to him, trying to get back. But it was headed right over to him, and Donatelli, left unattended, finishes it off. And it's now a 2-1 game in favor of Baltimore. Ball sent down into the right corner. Neto trying to get to it. Comes out to the right point. David Miller now out center circle. Douglas Dos Santos trying to get it back up to Neto along the right wing boards. He'll leave it for David Miller at the right point, but Santana just steps in, takes it away, and plays it back out to Mello. Capinos up the near side to Healy. Back to Capinos. Teams are at equal strength. 45 seconds to go in the first. Sent down to the left side, Santana. Left point. Weaving through traffic. Almost made it. Douglas Dos Santos with the steal. Brings it the other way. To the middle at the yellow line. Over to the left side. And the Heat will slow it up again out in the neutral zone. DePrima. Miller. Right side. Ricardinho. His pass is knocked back out by Mello. Up in midfield is Hugo with the ball. He'll take it all the way across midfield, and then he'll just knock it up into the crowd and out of play. 8 seconds to go here in the first. 2-1 Baltimore leading. Hugo 5 and 8 on the season with a 6.37 goals against average coming in. Couple seconds left to go, and David Miller will just dump it down into the right corner. We've played one here in Harrisburg. Our score, the Baltimore Blast 2, Harrisburg Heat 1. Back with the second quarter after this on YouTube and the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com.
And the Heat are home tomorrow night against the Florida Tropics. And they, like most teams, traveled in a day early. And they are here watching this game. There they are. Relaxing up here in the Farm Show stands near midfield. Trying to do their own little scouting. Ricardo Dieguez, leading scorer for them, 15 goals, 12 assists coming in. And Freddie Mugin, 12 goals, 10 assists. Clay Roberts, the head coach. He's on the left of your screen there at the bottom. He's a great guy, had played in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia Kicks about 10 years ago, maybe 11. As we are set for the second quarter of action, Harrisburg and Baltimore. Tony Donatelli at 13:41, a power play goal, his 15th of the season, giving Baltimore the 2-1 lead. Harrisburg's going right to left to start this second quarter. Neto, now Chiago at the left point, center point. He'll leave it. Ricardinho sends one off the boards, but it's cleared to the side and Pereira gets rid of it. Vinny Dantas in midfield. Able to keep possession after 2 attempts, then 3, but they're going to call the foul on Douglas Dos Santos for Marcus Chantel, that is. Chantel came in 2 feet on the slide tackle, although it really didn't look like he slid. Looked like he was already just down on the carpet. The officials are talking about it right now. I'd like to see that again because Dantas did a great job getting past two different players and maintaining possession, but then he got near the yellow line and Chantel was there down on the carpet, but got both feet out. The official initially just blew the whistle as a foul, then he slowly pulled out the blue card, and they're going to keep with it. 2 minutes for tackling on Marcus Chantel. Time of the penalty, 34 seconds of the second quarter. Baltimore 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. And now the Heat shorthanded again. Kind of where they were late in the first quarter. And Baltimore took the lead. Mello with it, sends it down into the corner. Dantas trying to center it, it got blocked, and they've got an injured Heat player down. Early here in the second, that's going to be Douglas Dos Santos. May have taken that shot to the midsection. That would be my guess, judging by the grimacing face and stomach cramping going on. In the meantime, the Harrisburg Heat bench trying to figure things out as they trail 2-1. Santos able to catch his breath again. And the question is, will he remain in? And it looks like he will. So Dos Santos will stay in there with Thiago, Kerstetter, and DePrima. Baltimore has 1:53 on the power play on the penalty to Chantel. Mello will restart things out to Pat Healy. Now to Mello at the right point. Top of the arc. It's intercepted. Thiago comes up with it. Here come the Heat. Thiago down the right side, trying to pass it left. But it was blocked just enough by Mello. Unable to get that pass through. Now we get a pushing foul on Dos Santos. Knocking over Tony Donatelli. He's been playing a very physical game thus far, but at some point you've got to watch those fouls. Donatelli down in the corner. Out to Healy, back to Donatelli with a shot. Missing on the far post with a header was Dantas. That ball just out a little bit too far. Mello comes up with it at the right point. Moves in, plays it back to the left side. Here's Healy back to the right side. Mello down into the corner to Dantas. Out for Mello. Healy at the left point. Mello again, now Healy. 1:02 to go on the power play. Over to the far side, Donatelli. Baltimore leading 2-1. They're on the power play. Donatelli at the left point. Into the left corner, Dantas trying to center it. Comes back over to the right side. Dos Santos out front. Healy, far post. Goal for Vinny Dantas. Great passing there on the power play. Healy finding Dantas on that left post, and he was able to finish it off. Another power play goal for Baltimore. Time of the goal, 1:51. And Healy right near the top of the arc, playing it over on the left post, and Dantas able to finish it off. Vinny Dantas with his 15th goal of the season. Makes it 3-1 as Baltimore has capitalized on both their power play opportunities. Teams are at equal strength. Dos Santos trying to pass it, has it blocked back to him. Now Hugo. He'll get it back. Ricardinho in the neutral zone. Far side, Kerstetter. He'll work it down toward the right corner. Brings it out to the right wing, now neutral zone. Kerstetter leaving it for Dos Santos. He'll go off in the meantime, passing it down to Val Texera, but it knocks back out to the neutral. Now DePrimo take over to Dos Santos. Douglas Dos Santos, left point, trying to work further. Knocks it, got deflected wide, cleared out by Pereira. High bounce in midfield, Kerstetter getting it over to DePrima. Neto will send it all the way back to Hugo. Here come the Heat again. Down 3-1 early here in the second quarter. Thiago over on the far side, works it toward the middle of the yellow. Neto, top of the box, working to his right. Now Cemento is right on his backside. And it's cleared back out by Dos Santos. Brought back in by Douglas Dos Santos. His shot just wide. Kicked to the side by Capinos, and a pushing foul now called on Pereira of Baltimore. Capinos guarding that post. They're saying that DePrimo was pushed. Heat will get a restart. DePrimo will leave it. Played over to the left side. Francis with a shot blocked. Out of play by Nascimento. It'll be a kick in coming up for the Heat. Left wing boards. Thiago will take it. He'll play it out front. Douglas Dos Santos. Back for Thiago. Francis over to the right side. Thiago again works in. Side the yellow, center point leaves it. Dos Santos sends it off the glass. It was cleared back out. But he'll recover it and send it all the way back to Hugo. Brad Kerstetter bringing it up at midfield. He'll leave it for Dominic Francis. Trying to pass it for that far post because David Miller was making a run, but it got blocked halfway across. Heater trying to keep that flow going. A lot of movement, but they're just not getting good shooting opportunities. Baltimore buckles down back inside that yellow. Just does not allow it. Here's David Miller. Now Ricardinho trying to dance it out of traffic. Has to clear it back out again to his teammates. Kerstetter up for Ricardinho. Spins to his left. His shot blocked by Healy in the middle of the box. Comes out to Chantel. David Miller dumps it down the corner. Healy right there on it. Knocks it off the glass. Comes all the way out of midfield. Santana able to come up with it. Plays it down toward the left corner. Thomas trying to make a run on it, but sliding in for the ball was once again Douglas Dos Santos. Only called for a foul. But these Heat players have been coming up so close with more penalties on these slides. There's a shot just wide left. That was a rip by Tony Donatelli. Well, he's got such a fast release on that foot. He's come with some big game winners the last few years for this Baltimore team. You can just count on him to score. Ball sent down into the Heat zone, goes around the boards. Silva comes over, knocks it off the glass, out of play. Kick in coming up along the right wing boards. Restart along the side, played right out front, and a shot and a save by Hugo. I think that was De Oliveira. Sent that down the slot, it was. And he'll get the ball back out in the neutral zone. Donatelli on it. Up along the far boards. Adriano Dos Santos trying to move in. Brings it back out to the middle. Another pass blocked. And the Heat gets slammed hard into the boards, but nothing called as Ben Pardue goes into the boards, and now David Miller takes up a retaliatory trip. And the Heat are saying, where's that call? Pardue getting knocked into the boards, going for it. And no blue card on that one. Ball sent down into the right corner. Blast on it again out to the neutral zone. Little foot race, but Capinos comes out and he boots it all the way up and out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat with 8:43 to go here in the second. 3-2 in favor of the Blast. The Heat home tomorrow night, 7:05. Against the Florida Tropics. Florida and Syracuse will play each other on Sunday. Those two battling it right now for second place. They are both 7-6. And the Heat at the bottom at 5-10. But still within striking distance, getting back into things. Here's Thiago. Left side, but the Heat have got to put some wins together to do so. Shot from the neutral zone up and out of play by Leo Duarte. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Baltimore, and the Blast, as I mentioned, will be home next on Saturday, February 3rd, night before the Super Bowl. They'll have Syracuse, a 6:05 night, mini ball night, down at Towson. Ball sent out of play, off of Dominic Francis. It'll be a kick in for the Blast. Monterey still dominating much of this league. San Diego has a couple losses. Baltimore a couple losses. Ball sent to the middle of the box and goes wide to the far side. Thiago coming up with it. Cleared high out of midfield. Still knocked around. Capinos with another head ball. Milwaukee's having a decent season at 13-3. Top the Central, but again, it's Monterey, 14-0 right now. Here comes Kerstetter down the middle. He'll pull the trigger. That's blocked by Healy. Leo on it to the near side, Thiago. Thiago, center point, works right, plays it left. Leo takes it deep in the corner off the boards. They try to clear it out, but it knocks off Neto and goes right to the hands of Capinos. Midway through the second, 3-1 Baltimore. Long pass all the way up for Santana. Always easy to spot him. He's got those bright orange shoes and the mohawk working. Healy with the ball outside the yellow. Nascimento dumping it down. Santana on it, left wing boards. He'll play it back out to the neutral zone. Healy will stay away from it. Then he'll get it from Capinos. Capinos all the way up in midfield. He'll chip it down to the left corner, high off the boards. Santana tries running it down out in the neutral zone. Thiago comes up with it. Long pass up for Elmo Neto, working against Healy. Neto leaving it. Thiago with a shot. Easy scoop up for Joey Capinos. (3-1) Baltimore leading. Other games tonight are out on the west. Blast on it. And the Heat able to disrupt it and get it back. San Diego's playing Turlock. Sonora is at Ontario, California. So we won't have any of those scores for you during the broadcast this evening. Here's a long pass down. Tony Donatelli with a shot that gets blocked. Still loose out on the wing. Donatelli turns, gets deflected. Now the Heat able to clear it out to Ricardinho, but he's 1 against 4. Knocked down from behind. They'll call the foul against Baltimore and Elton De Oliveira. Heat going backwards, finally able to clear it back out. Danny DePrima setting it up for Valtex Era. He'll turn and shoot. What a blast that was, and one hand on it was Capinos to make the save. Man, Valtex Era still has it, calling this his final year. Just turned and did that half volley wicked shot. Texera 6 goals on the season. Serving as captain of this team, the veteran. Far side, Baltimore with it again. Dos Santos, now Mello. He's got Hoxie on the overlap far side, but he's not going to get the pass yet. Moving into the far boards, back out. Mello again. Mello over on the far side. Pereira, center circle. Adriano Dos Santos to the near side. And he'll leave it for Mello again. Backpedaling with 4:28 to go in the second. 3-1 Baltimore. Hoxie gets free from Miller. Takes a shot to save by Hugo Silva. Hoxie got around somehow. A slip by David Miller. And Hugo has to come up with a save. We've got timeout. 4:21 to go in the second. Baltimore 3, Harrisburg 1. Back on YouTube and the Heat Soccer Network.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing.
Welcome back. John Wilsbach with you, Baltimore. Set to restart from the corner. All played out front, a shot blocked by Chiago. Kept alive by Rally. Now Chiago comes up with it. He's got a little help over on that right side. Decides to slow it up. DePrima's going to play it all the way back to Hugo. Make that Neto. Now Leo Duarte on it. Chiago working it down along the near boards against Mello. Still outside the yellow, gets it over to Ricardinho. He'll work against Healy. Plays it toward the middle, but Neto can't get the shot off, and it's sent back out to Danny DePrima. Near side, Ricardinho again, left point. Pulls the trigger just wide. Goes just slightly behind Capinos. He was trying to get himself out of the carom off the boards. Got a piece of that ball. Sometimes it's dangerous because it'll knock against the back of your body and go in. Still loose in the middle, and Capinos is able to grab it this time. Long pass down for Santana. But we're going to get that 3-line violation. It'll be a free kick for the Heat coming up center point of the yellow line. Joey Capinos, a veteran in indoor soccer. He and his brother for years playing for Detroit. We'd see them a lot here in Harrisburg. Restart coming up. Chiago will approach. Plays it down. Left wing. Neto. Shot. Blocked by Baltimore and Nascimento. Cleared back out. Chiago again. Sending it all the way back to Hugo. We hope to talk to Stephen Basso coming up at halftime. He's able to make his way up here. He's got some disc problems in his back. That's why he's out. Ball sent down the corner. They're looking for a little give and go action, just never materialized for the Heat. .223 to go in the second. Pinos dumping it down to the left corner. Dantas turns, shot a little soft, a little wide, an easy grab for Hugo. Hugo sending it up the middle. Kerstetter trying to play it upfield for Leo, but it was intercepted again. Dantas on it out to the neutral zone. Baltimore moving toward the corner. And then back out again. Adriano Dos Santos. Pressure from Texera now. Blast just showing some ball control. A little give and go action there to the right side. Dantas shot, save again by Hugo. Beautiful forward working passes going on. That time Peruzzi and Dantas, but unable to finish it off as Silva's had to make some saves here. Here's Kerstetter with under a minute to go in the second. He'll play it near side. Chiaga moves into the left point. Chiaga trying to dribble through traffic. Neto, now Ricardinho, his shot high and wide. Goes over to the far side. Chantel on it for the Heat. Back out to the neutral zone with 40 seconds. Cleared back out again this time by De Oliveira. Ricardinho back to Chantel, 30 seconds. Dumps it down toward the right corner. Neto, right side, shot up and out of play. By Danny DePrima, it'll be a goal kick for Baltimore. 21 seconds to go in a half. It is no kid hungry night here at the Farm Show Arena. One of the many charity events that the Heat is doing during the season. Different organizations partnering up. Hugo with the ball trying to clear it out. Does, getting it to Chiago with 10 seconds. Baltimore still keeping on the pressure. Hoxie trying to get to it. And Hugo will send it up the middle. Sent back the other way. And then Ricardinho has to come over and help out the last minute. Dangerous at the last several seconds of that quarter. We have reached halftime here at Fremont Mortgage Field at the New Holland Lawrence Arena at the Farm Show Complex. Our score at the half: the Baltimore Blast 3, the Harrisburg Heat 1. Stay tuned, the halftime show coming up on YouTube and the Heat Soccer Network.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or christherealtor4you@gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Fremont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Fremont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania.
Hey, welcome back. We are at the Farm Show Arena. John Wilsbach with you. Joined here at halftime as the Baltimore Blast lead the Heat 3-1. Clay Roberts, head coach for the Florida Tropics. You guys get here a little early, scouting things out, huh?
Yeah, I made the trip up earlier this morning and just had a nice dinner. Thought we'd come over and check out the crowd tonight. It's a great crowd tonight, so excited to be here.
The cold temperatures up here. I don't know why you'd want to leave Florida any earlier than you have to.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the schedule takes you away. It's nice down. It's nice down in Florida right now, but again, excited to be up in Harrisburg for the weekend.
You guys are in the mix right now, 7-6. You got Syracuse who's 7-6 on Sunday, but you got to get through Harrisburg first. But right now, you got to be pleased at least where your team's at.
Yeah, real excited about it. I mean, our division, in my opinion, is one of the toughest in the league, if not the toughest. And, all four of our teams are very capable and play great soccer. And so, we know it's tough, and this weekend in particular is tough. There's a lot on the line for everybody. And Harrisburg obviously is in a tight game here with Baltimore, and they need to get this one. And, we need to have a good weekend. So, again, it just speaks to the strength of the division.
For folks who don't know, Clay and I were together down in Philadelphia. 10, 11, 12 years ago that was.
I think you need to turn the volume down when you say that. It feels weird saying that. But yeah, exciting days.
Philadelphia Kicks and some good seasons down there. Some great players, good coach in Donnie D'Ambra, and winning a championship as well. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. 2007 championship season was a great time, great team, like you said, a lot of great players, a lot of veterans of the indoor game, and thankful to be a part of that group. These guys still get together, believe it or not. They just had a big get together last week at the convention in Philadelphia, and so
that's great.
It's good to see those guys still hanging out, still being pals.
And you were living in Philly. What got you down to Florida then?
I'm a Florida guy.
Okay.
That's
nice.
where I went to high school and college in Florida, and family's there. And
then how'd you end up in Philly?
I know. That was the invite. That was a really interesting story, to be honest. The introduction to the indoor game in Philadelphia just came out of my outdoor career in Charlotte, and so very blessed to be in Philadelphia the years that I was there. Again, just grateful for the time and experience with the players, and just a lot of great memories from that time. But Florida's home for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, do you do other things during the off season outside of soccer, or you do soccer year-round?
Man, it's soccer year-round for me. I'm also the head coach at Southeastern University. It's an NAIA school, private university in Central Florida, and Been blessed to start my 5th year there, and so just a great place to raise a family. Got 3 kids now, and so it's fun. Different phase of life.
Now, did you meet your wife in Philadelphia, Darcy?
I did. Darcy was the vice president of the Philadelphia Kicks, and some of my teammates said, "Hey, I know why you're trying to date the boss there, job security." I said, "No, it's much deeper than that. I'm not that good of a player." So, but yeah, very blessed to meet Darcy, and she's doing wonderful. She works at the university with us, and we're blessed to have 3 boys. So.
You were mostly defensive.
Target defender.
Yeah.
Had the big guys, the big guns hanging. We tried to hang on them and disrupt them as best we could. But a lot of great matchups back in those days, and a lot of great forwards to have to defend. But
well, one of the biggest guys in practice you had to defend was Sean Boney.
Sean Boney, the biggest guy in the league, and still hasn't been beat as far as I'm concerned. That's a tough guy to hang on and try to defend in a day-to-day. But Sean's a great guy, still in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous guy, on and off the field.
Now the rumor was, and I was with you guys in Detroit when Philadelphia won the championship in 2007, was that after you got the Crystal Trophy, that Sean Boney had it. He was washing or went to the shower to wash it out from all the cold champagne or something, and the hot water made it explode.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that were to that one. So I think Mr. Rotwit was pleased to win that trophy, but also pleased to buy a new one as well. So that's definitely a true story, and he'll never forget that. We'll all never forget that. So.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes with us, and good luck tomorrow night. We look forward to making the call for your fans back home. And for a lot of folks who don't know, you're the Florida Tropics, but you're mostly in Lakeland, correct?
Yeah, we're in Central Florida, Lakeland, sitting right between Tampa and Orlando, and a great community. In Tampa, we have the Rowdies as an outdoor team. In Orlando, obviously Orlando City. So we have our own little portion of the highway, so to speak. But it's a great crowd. Support down in Florida continues to grow, and I think that it'll only continue to grow with the success of the team and just fantastic players that come and watch. So.
And you were able to survive Hurricane Irma as it came right up the state.
It was a tough one. It actually came straight through Lakeland, and so obviously a lot of devastation. Our hearts and prayers are still with everybody, still recovering, and but it's definitely one of those things that pulls people together, when you have that kind of destruction come through. But we're blessed to be on the other side of it.
All right, Clay, thanks again for stopping by.
Thanks a lot.
Good seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Clay Roberts, our guest here at halftime, 3-1, Baltimore leading Harrisburg. We'll be back with more here at halftime on the Heat Soccer Network.
To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. Baltimore Blast leading the Harrisburg Heat 3-1. John Wills back with you. Thanks again to Clay Roberts stopping by. joining me here at halftime. Great to see him, and some great memories when the Heat were not around from 2003, 2012. I spent several seasons with the Philadelphia Kicks, and what a great team that was back in 2007, and a fun time we had, winning the semifinals in Chicago and winning the championship in Detroit. And the head coach of Detroit at that time was Mark Pulisic, whose son, of course, is getting national exposure on the U.S. national team. Clay was a member of that team. Don DeAmbra, head coach and player, and several other excellent players on that Philadelphia team winning a championship. And it's a shame that Philadelphia is not back in the MASL. We need to get a team back and solidify the East. And Philadelphia would be great to have that triangle connection again between Baltimore, Philly, and Harrisburg. And who knows, maybe one of these days, the problem down there is where are you going to play? Because the Wachovia Center is pretty much handling all those big events. They used to have the smaller Spectrum, and that's where the Kicks played. And then Philadelphia Kicks had moved to Temple University, and it just didn't seem to go well, although it seemed like a nice venue on the inside. But hopefully one of these days, someone in Philadelphia or even Jeffrey Rodwood will bring a team back into Philadelphia, and we'll get them in this league. Well, let's run down the scoring in this game. As the Heat got on the board first, 46 seconds in, Elmo Neto made it 1-0, but Baltimore quickly comes back. Over on the right side as Kerstetter deflects in Nascimento's touch, and that tied the game at 1. And the ball gets headed over onto the far post, and right there at 13:41 with a power play goal is Tony Donatelli. And then in the second, another power play for Baltimore, and on the far post, Vinny Dantas able to finish it off from Pat Healy. Makes it 3-1, our score at halftime here in Harrisburg. The Heat back home tomorrow night with this Florida Tropics team we were just talking about. That's a 7:05 game. Get your tickets online at harrisburgheat.com. If you can't make tomorrow night's game, the Heat have 2 more regular season home games at the end of February. Friday, February 23rd, Florida back here again. And Saturday, February 24th, it's Syracuse. And the Heat have had their problems the last couple seasons with this Syracuse team, who's tied for second right now with Florida, the 7-6 record. That's Saturday, February 24th, final game of the home season for the Harrisburg Heat, a 7:05 start time, so you still have a few more dates to come out here to the Farm Show Arena and see your Harrisburg Heat. But this is the last meeting of the regular season between Baltimore and Harrisburg. The Blast lead this series 2-1. The Heat would love nothing more than to tie this series up at 2 games apiece. The Baltimore Blast, they are home Saturday, February 3rd versus Syracuse. It's a 6:05 start time, mini ball night, Girl Scout night. And then they also play Friday, February 23rd. That's a big one. Friday, February 23rd versus Milwaukee. A 7:35 start time on that one. I believe they're home again the next night as well. But Milwaukee currently leading the Central. See some playoff soccer here down the stretch. Well, the Harrisburg Heat and Baltimore Blast have had some close games. In fact, when Baltimore defeated Harrisburg last week 12-5, it was 5-5 at one point. But the Heat were just unable to hold on. Fans, we remind you that nothing's more fun than having your birthday party at a Harrisburg Heat game. Mostly, obviously, for your kids. But, hey, if you're an adult and you want to have one, we're not stopping you. Contact the Heat office. Hold your birthday party here with the Harrisburg Heat. There's also pre-game clinics, 1-hour training sessions for the kids, and they can get involved in that as well. We are getting set for the second half. Baltimore's going right to left. And they lead it 3-1. Early here in the third quarter. Ball over on the far side. Neto can't get to it, goes out of play. They'll be doing they just announced a retirement celebration for Val Texera on the 24th game, Saturday the 24th. The night before, it'll be a mascot game here at halftime. That's always fun to watch. The goofy mascots trying to play soccer. Baltimore with it. Dantas will send it out to the neutral zone, to the near side. Adriano Dos Santos working against Chantel. He'll play it back out. Baltimore with some ball control, taking their time. Dos Santos. Now Mello. Sent back to Capinos. He'll fire it down into the left corner, trying to get it to Hoxie, but it bounces off the ledge and dangerously played back to Hugo by Ricardinho. And Thomas was right in on the action and almost scored off of it. But he's then called for the pushing foul. He'd have it again. Ball sent out of midfield. Hoxie's on it. Back along the near side, Thomas. Worked out to the neutral zone by Chiago. Dos Santos on it again. Back to the keeper, Hugo. Near side, Douglas Dos Santos. Still working it around left to right for the Heat. Kerstetter. Douglas. Most of the Heat without Steven Basso, without Lucio Gonzaga. Gonzaga serving a suspension. Basso with some back problems. And of course, Lucas Roque lost for the season for Baltimore, and William Van Zella out with a groin injury as keeper. Here's Hoxie. Tall forward, playing it down to Thomas in the right corner. Thomas getting to it. Back out for Hoxie at the point. Out to the neutral zone. Texera comes up with a steal, but he's 1 against 2. And Healy does a nice job just kind of poking it away. And now Cemento gets the pass over to the right side. Shot, save. Hugo. Johnny on the spot there. That's Peruzzi. Put one on him from the right side. Restart coming up from the right corner. All played out front. Another shot up and out of play. This time by De Oliveira. Early in the third, it's 3-1 Baltimore. getting it to Chantel. Chantel has to wait for it. Neutral zone, Neto controlling. Back for DePrima. He got the first goal in this game, and that was it. Hugo trying to send it up the field, but cranks one right into the face of Santana. He got the hand up and got part of the block there too. Far side. Chantel trying to go through traffic, but it deflects back out for Danny DePrima. Baltimore just does such a nice job at pushing out, not allowing those clear flowing passes all the way up into their zone. They want to keep that action out to the neutral zone as much as possible. Chiago, right point. A little give and go action, but has to recover along the boards. Out for Douglas Dos Santos. Passed all the way down the near side, Purdue. Knocked along the boards. Out for DePrima. Near side, Dos Santos. Douglas Dos Santos. Far side, Kerstetter. Hugo sending it all the way down to the right side. Pardue. Dos Santos. Back out for Kerstetter. Dos Santos. Far side, Chiago. He'll work toward the left corner as it knocked around the boards, cleared back out. He's not making any strong offensive threats right now. Chantel on it, back for Hugo. Hugo brings it all the way up near midfield. Near side, Chantel. Back for Chiago, near side, Neto. 8:35 to go in the third. A lot of clock ticking, but hardly any shots. Chiago works against Santana. Stops at the yellow line. Kerstetter again behind midfield. He just keep moving and rotating and going back. Now Dos Santos up to the far boards for Danny DePrima. Pressure on up front by Vinny Dantas. Tony Donatelli. Donatelli this time taps it over to Dos Santos. Now Santana will set it up with the help of Capinos. Has to give it right back to him because Texera was coming on. Setting up the middle of the field. Well, Baltimore has it again near side. Mello taking his time. Adriano Dos Santos. Out in midfield, very quick third quarter thus far. Ball sent around the glass to the middle and just shot wide left. Texera comes up with it, keeping control in his own end. Douglas Dos Santos clears it out, but brought back in. Pereira to the right side, shot up and out of play, will step out. 7:09 to go as Dantas knocked that one high and out. 7:09 to go here in the third. Our score, Baltimore 3, Harrisburg 1. Back on YouTube and the Heat Soccer Network.
Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions. Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations.
There's Joey Capinos. He's filling in for the injured William Vanzella. Right now, keeping his team in the lead. Gave up a goal 46 seconds into this game and has held a shutout since for the Blast. High ball at midfield coming all the way back. Chantel will head it up the middle. Kerstetter steps in front but can't control it. On the near side, Pereira will leave it for Healy. Mello on it in midfield, back over to the far side. Back to Capinos. They'll send it up the far boards. High bounce, stays in play. Back for Hugo, chips it high in the air out of midfield. Headed back the other way by Healy, headed by Chantel. And Healy will knock it forward. Pereira along the near side, bumped down by Ricardinho. It's a foul against the Heat. Free kick coming up for Baltimore. 6:21 to go in the third. Ricardinho, 14 goals on the season, but not getting one in thus far in this game. On the near side, Adriano Dos Santos. Back out to the neutral zone. Nascimento crossing it to the far side. Vinny Dantas down in the corner, getting double teamed, plays it back out. Dos Santos losing it to Chiago of the Heat. He'll send it back to Hugo. Set up the middle, Ricardinho, little room to run, long pass, sending it down to the right corner. Purdue on it there, all the way back to Hugo. Up along the near boards, Fabian on it. Plays it to the far side. Dominic Francis can't control. Has it bumped around again. Francis comes up with a steal. Tries splitting the defenders, but has his pocket picked by Adriano Dos Santos. He'll play it down to the right side. Crossing it, cleared back over by Francis. Thomas on it in midfield. 3-1 Baltimore. Glad to have you along here on the MASL Soccer Network, Heat Soccer Network, YouTube. Stay in touch with the MASL at MASLsoccer.com. Hoxie on it now, left wing boards. Douglas Dos Santos trying to clear it out, needs a little help. And a trip from behind. Now that should be the blue card. And they don't pull one. Hoxie came in from behind on the trip. And I thought for sure that they would pull one because they did that on the Heat earlier in this contest as he took out Pardue. Instead, it's just a foul. Hugo sends it up the field. Goes right to Capinos. He'll roll it back out. Peruzzi along the near boards. Ball sent up the middle of the field. Prima breaks it up briefly. And Chiago trying to get it. Ball knocks to the near side. And running it down along the near boards is De Oliveira. Takes it to the left corner. Crosses one to the opposite side. Comes all the way out to Elmo Neto. Neto up in midfield, has it poked away again, but the Heat will recover it. Douglas Dos Santos slowing it up at center circle. We're back on the air tomorrow night, 7:05 start time. Harrisburg and Florida. Chantel leaving it for Hugo. He'd have not been generating any offense at all here in this third. And when I mean generating offense, I mean just getting good chances. Baltimore has really just shut them down. They've got to come to life. Here's Neto in the right corner boards. He'll send it around the glass in front, but it's knocked wide by Chantel. Ricardinho comes back for it. He'll play it over to Kerstetter on the far side. Kerstetter dumping it down into the right corner again. Neto sends it back out for Chantel at the right point. He'll approach, he'll move, he'll send one off the boards to the middle. Comes back out and skips off the leg of Kerstetter, and the Heat have got to recover it again. 2:15 to go in the third. 3-1 Baltimore. In the neutral zone. Dos Santos. Douglas Dos Santos moving forward. De Prima. Here's side Dos Santos. De Prima. Ramos on the far side. De Prima. Near side Francis. Again, Baltimore content just to keep that ball outside the yellow defensively and keep pushing Harrisburg back. Hugo's going to push up a little bit more. Brings it across midfield. Chips it down to the left corner. Cleared back out again. Prima getting it over on the far side. Chiago. Under a minute to go in the third. Center point to Prima with a shot blocked by his own man. Texeira to Prima comes up with it again, but gets a soft bouncer off to Capinos, who grabs on. Capinos wants a timeout. We'll step out. 40 seconds to go here in the third. It's Baltimore 3, Harrisburg 1. As the clock kept ticking, they'll need to put those seconds back on the clock. 3-1 Baltimore, back after this on the Heat Soccer Network.
Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
We're back at Harrisburg. John Wilsbach with you. Baltimore gave up the first goal in this game, but has since dominated thanks to 2 power play goals, one late in the first and early in the second. The Heat have not created many opportunities here in this third quarter. They did put a few more seconds up on the clock there. We've got 28 seconds and checking now. Hugo sending it out to the neutral zone. Purdue takes it down the corner, sends a soft one to the middle, scooped up by Capinos. He'll toss it all the way up the field and sent back the other way by Dos Santos. Tripping foul in the Heat. They're going to pull a blue card on Ben Purdue. He came in swinging for the ball and unfortunately whiffed on it. Took out Mello. Third power play coming up for Baltimore in this game. And they are 2 for 2. Time of the penalty, 14:53. It'll probably continue into the fourth quarter as they lead it 3-1. Ball sent down the middle. Hugo's going to be falling to his left, holding on to the Donatelli shot. And we will pick up with this fourth quarter power play. At the end of 3, it's Baltimore 3, Harrisburg 1, back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Freedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Freedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience. Founded in 2004, Dacio Office Solutions is a locally owned, authorized Toshiba copier dealership with offices located all over central Pennsylvania. To be successful like the Heat, you need teamwork. To be successful in real estate, you need Chris Timmons of Team Pete Realty. If you are buying, selling, or investing, Chris offers the knowledge, experience, and marketing strategies to assure success. Call Chris today at 717-585-4526 or Chris the Realtor for you at gmail.com. From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
John Wilsbach back with you in Harrisburg, where the Heat trail 3-1 against the Baltimore Blast, defending MASL champions. Baltimore 12-2 on the season, leading the East. Milwaukee's leading the Central. Monterey leading down south. Out west, you got San Diego. Still a lot of soccer to be played here these next 6 weeks or so before the playoffs begin. Capino's trying to get to it. Baltimore's on the power play. That penalty to Harrisburg. Blaster 2 for 2 here tonight with a man advantage. Healy trying to move Mello forward. Over to Dantas. Crossing it to the left side, chipped up over the crossbar. Out of play by Tony Donatelli. Donatelli has a goal in this one, had one of the earlier goals. In fact, was the power play at 13:41 on the first. Along the near side, Dantas with it. And Healy will move it forward. Dantas, right point, shot blocked by Kerstetter. Brought back out to the neutral zone. Along the near side, DePrima trying to keep control. Now Kerstetter on it. He'll dump it all the way down into the corner. Thiago trying to put a little pressure on, but Dantas comes up with it. Out of the neutral zone, Healy has it. Center circle. Over to the far side, centered. Nice block there by Hugo, not allowing it to get to the opposite side. Healy moves it forward again. Poke back out to the point. Healy on to the left side. Healy center point. Left side Donatelli, left corner centered. Just deflected wide by Mello. Thiago sending it all the way back. Block to the opposite side, shot wide, follow-up goal. Right down the slot, Tony Donatelli with 2 seconds left on the power play, able to put it in.
Last goal scored by number 11, Tony Donatelli, with 13:09 to play in the fourth period.
Ball sent down into the corner. And Hugo trying to get it out, but it was shot just wide by Dos Santos. It popped right back out to Donatelli, and he finished it off. Time of the goal, 151 of the fourth. Third power play goal of the game. Second goal for Tony Donatelli, 16th of the season. Dos Santos should get the assist on that. Makes it 4-1 Baltimore. Baltimore Blast have capitalized on all 3 power play opportunities tonight. As Capinos comes up with it. They'll toss it down the near side. And we'll get the pushing foul on Hoxie. Restart coming up. And dump back the other way by Healy. Baltimore in control. With 3 power play goals, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 here in the fourth. He'd have got to start generating some offense. Get a little running going. Unfortunately, you're playing against one of the top defenses in the league in the Baltimore Blast. Very disciplined, strong. They know how to buckle down, and that's what they've been doing as Thomas makes a run down the near side. He collides with Chantel. Still on near boards, triple team. Thomas goes down and will draw the foul. And the referee's hearing it, I think, in 2 or 3 different languages down there. It'll be a restart coming up for Baltimore. Donatelli's pass blocked by Texera. Chiago playing it back to Danny DePrima. Here come the Heat, Ramos. Near side, Francis. Dominic Francis called for the tripping foul as Thomas goes down. There's two having a couple words. The play resumes. Early here in the fourth, 4-1 Baltimore. It's the Blast right now on track to take this season series 3 games to 1. Chantel goes back for it. Hugo will play near side to Prima. He'll cross it over to Chantel. Hugo sending it up the middle. Well, a soft pass, but recovered by Ramos. They'll tap it to the near side. To Prima under pressure again. Going backwards. Now Texera looking to move into the right point. Takes it down to the right corner. His shot blocked. And Capinos comes up with it again. Out of midfield, ball goes out of play. Kick in for the Harrisburg Heat.
Ticket number 7640213. Once again, 764.
4-1 is our score in favor of the Baltimore Blast. Hugo sending it up for Kerstetter. He'll cross it near side. Douglas Dos Santos. There's a run by Dos Santos, getting it to Chiago. Chiago Freitas over to Kerstetter again. Dos Santos and Chiago. Chiago takes a shot down the slot. Capinos grabs on, away from the play. Neto had gotten knocked down, having a couple words with Healy at the other end. Restart for the Heat once again. They just keep running into this wall called the Baltimore defense. Ball sent all the way down into the right corner. Neto off the boards, trying to get it to Chiago going down the middle. I think that Ricardinho got knocked down, but nothing called. Ball comes up at midfield, and Chantel knocks Dantas into the boards, but it's only a foul. So the restart coming up. Mello sends it back in midfield. Rally all the way back at the yellow. Adriano Dos Santos up the near side, Capinos. Neto trying to get it out. Gets tripped up at the yellow line. Foul against Baltimore.
Ball against number 13. Tripping.
Hugo on it to the far side. Long pass up for Elmo Neto. He's battling against Jeremy Rowley in the right corner and plays it out to Chiago with the right point. Chiago takes his time, center point, shot. Strong one by Danny DePrima, but it hit off the crossbar and lands right on Capinos. Thomas brings it up onto the front half of the field. Now Adriano Dos Santos leaving it back at midfield. Rally on it there, turning back. Capinos settling in nicely, filling in for Vanzella. Out to the neutral zone, Dos Santos on it again. 8:38 to go in the fourth. Baltimore in control, 4-1. Chantel coming over with a steal, but they're going to call the foul on the pass before he got the ball, as I believe it was D. Oliveira got knocked down. Restart coming over the yellow line. Shot saved by Hugo, knocking it to the side. Rowley has it. Back out to the neutral zone. Peruzzi back in center circle. Donatelli going backwards and now turns back. Plays it to Capinos. Joey Capinos dumping it down into the corner. Peruzzi on it there. Working against Francis, sends it out neutral zone. Stolen away by Chiago. 3v2 now down the middle. Chiago leads it to the right side off the boards. No one home, but will get the blue card penalty this time against Baltimore. For the first time, Marco Nascimento called for the 2-minute penalty, and we're going to get another one because he decided he was going to walk over to Ben Pardue and kind of walk over him for the most part down in the corner instead of going to the penalty box. So he'll get the extra 5 minutes for dissent. And Marco Nascimento to the penalty box at 6:56 of the fourth. And the Heat will get a power play opportunity. Heat only 30% on the season on the power play. And Baltimore has killed off 77% those power play opportunities against them. So an opportunity to get back in this game, and they've got to do it right now with a man advantage. The Heat will go out there with Francis, DePrima, Ricardinho, Neto, and Chiago. Baltimore shorthanded with Santana, Healy, Mello, and Donatelli. Restart Heat, right corner. Chiago lobs it, opposite side. One timing it wide is Ricardinho. And Mello comes up with it. He'll bring it back up the field, blows right past Francis, up along the far side, dances through traffic, has it near the top of the arc, and finally Ricardinho gets a piece of it and plays it back for Hugo. They'll send it up forward. Chiago up the far boards. Crossing pass. DePrima leaving it for Francis. Ricardinho out for Chiago. 1:25 left on the power play for the Heat. Chiago center point. His pass partially blocked. Comes over to the near side to Francis. Now Chiago at center circle. Working forward. Left side Francis. 1:10 to go on the power play. Francis around the glass, but cleared to the side. Cleared back out. Chiago has it again. Top of the arc. Neto shot. Score! Elmo Neto! Power play goal. Time of the goal, 7 minutes and 54 seconds. Second goal of the game for Neto, is 11th of the season. Chiago played it to him at the top of the arc. He turned, shot, and scored. Chiago gets the assist. Makes it 4-2. Will step out. 7:06 to play here in the fourth. Heat still in this one, but it's Baltimore 4, Harrisburg 2. Back on the Heat Soccer Network.
Friedmont Mortgage helps you minimize stress in the home purchase process and helps you make the absolute right decision. Friedmont Mortgage has set the standard for trust, honesty, and integrity in the industry for nearly 2 decades. As one of the oldest licensed mortgage firms in the Mid-Atlantic area, they have the experience and the reputation to assist homeowners and home buyers in a variety of situations. Trusted Property Group helps customers sell their home or purchase a home for investment through superior customer service. Want to heat up your next event? JP Lilly has been your hometown audio, video, and lighting partner since 1928. With industry-leading equipment and service, you'll win every time. JP Lilly, transforming ideas into experience.
There's Danny Kelly, former Heat player, alongside David Bascom, who's the all-time leading scorer in Heat history. Bascom, a Bermuda native. Trying to make sure that the Blast buckled down after giving up a power play goal. The Heat hopefully try to carry some of this momentum now and get within one. Purdue over on the far side needs a little help from Kerstetter. Ball pops loose, but they'll call the foul against the Blast. Free kick coming up for Harrisburg. Heat restart things. Along the near side, Chantel, a little room to run, but decides to go back toward the middle. Plays it far side for Francis. Poke back out to Kerstetter, near side Chantel. Chantel gets knocked down by Pereira. It'll be a foul against the Blast. And those two getting into a little yapping fit right now. Chantel just kind of kisses him on the forehead at the very end and kind of alleviates the whole situation. Here's Dos Santos playing it to Hugo. Francis trying to get it upfield. Now Kerstetter comes over, knocks it off of a Blast player out of play. It'll be a kick in, even though the Heat scored on the power play. Now Cemento still serving his yellow card. 6:11 to go in the fourth, 4-2 in favor of the Blast. Hugo in center circle. Trying to send it up the middle, knocked back out to the neutral zone. Few bodies going for it. Francis has it. Moves in, top of the arc, goes to his left, pulls the trigger. That gets deflected up and out of play, but it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Heat. A restart coming up left corner. Heat are going to call a timeout here. They want to talk about this. And you've got to. It's a 4-2 game in favor of Baltimore. You have an opportunity here, a good scoring opportunity to bring it within one late in this contest. You've got to talk about it. I told you the other two games going on in the MASL tonight are out in the West Coast. Or out, I should say, in the Pacific time zone. So we won't have any scores for you tonight from out of town. You've got San Diego at Turlock, and you've got Sonora at Ontario. Both those start at 10:05 Eastern time. Tomorrow, Harrisburg here hosting the Florida Tropics. Also tomorrow, Tacoma at Sonora. Big one on Sunday. St. Louis against the Wave, and the Florida Tropics against Syracuse. Cedar Rapids at Kansas City. El Paso in action against the Barracudas, and San Diego at Monterey. Some great action coming up on Sunday. Here's one sent right to the middle. Heat almost popping it in. Comes back out front. Ricardinho going up for a header. Baltimore comes up with it. Down the near side, we get a pushing foul whistled against Chiago, but really didn't make that much contact with De Oliveira. And a restart coming up for Baltimore. Look out, Donatelli, top of the arc, shot, save by Hugo, and headed back to him dangerously. Had to go back a few steps forward from Ricardinho. Chiago comes up with it at the yellow line. 4-2 Baltimore. Now the Heat want a timeout. Official wasn't paying attention as Hugo stopped the ball and called the timeout. The keeper must have that possession to do so, and stood there and waited for the call at 5:27 to go in the fourth. The Heat may be going to the sixth attacker early. We'll see. So they're going to take that timeout. In the meantime, now the officials are acting like there wasn't one called. Now we're going to take one. We remind you the Harrisburg Heat home tomorrow night. Tickets on sale at harrisburgheat.com. And they will be home again Friday, February 23rd against Florida, and Saturday, February 24th against Syracuse. The Baltimore Blast home at Towson University. In that beautiful brand new arena. And Danny Kelly telling me before the game how very similar to when they played down in Mexico, very tight space, smaller field, very tight. Boards are a little bit different, but the Blast have certainly adapted, and a very tight, close environment with the fans. You fans can see them in action Saturday, February 3rd against Syracuse at 6:05. Chiago will put the 6th attacker jersey on. And the Heat trailing 4-2 will go with the 6th attacker with 5:27 to go in the 4th. Chiago on it, puts it on the carpet, Ricardinho. Back for Chiago, but Baltimore's pushing up, keeping the pressure on. Pass played up the far side, Neto on it at midfield. Back for Chiago. Baltimore retreating a little bit, but they've got Dos Santos and Mello and Donatelli up front. Francis with it, left wing boards. DePrima sends it off the boards, comes back out to Chiago. Over onto the right side it goes. Ricardinho crossing it over to Francis, takes a shot, saved by Campinos. Ricardinho trying to get it to it. Right corner to Ramos. Dos Santos for Baltimore needing a little help and gets it cleared back out to the neutral zone by Pat Healy. Here's DePrima off the boards to the middle again, but Healy right there to intercept. He gets some help from Donatelli, who clears it back up the field. 4:23 to go in the 4th. Baltimore leading by 2. Heat with the 6th attacker. Heat will change up one player. They'll bring Kerstetter in now as Francis dumps it down for Kerstetter in the corner. He'll settle it, knocks it off the boards to the middle, but Santana knocks it along the side. The ball pops back to Campinos. Complaining that Kerstetter pushed Healy into him, but Chiago has to win the ball back near his own yellow line, getting it up to Francis. Along the near boards, Danny DePrima. He'll step into the left point. Left wing, Neto to the middle. It gets deflected back out front. Cleared up to Tony Donatelli. He'll knock it off the boards, but back on it is Neto to win it away. The Heat trailing by 2. Aggressively trying to get one in here with the 6th attacker. Chiago near side Francis. DePrima, neutral zone. Francis crosses it to the far side, Ricardinho. Chiago back over to Ricardinho. Near side pass for Francis. He'll take the shot from the left point just wide. Comes back out to the yellow line. Ricardinho center point. Lines up Francis again. He'll work toward the wing. Around the glass. It goes to the opposite side. Takes a high bounce and out of play. 2:58 to go in the 4th. 4-2 in favor of the Baltimore Blast. The defending MASL champions. They'll play it out for Pereira. Double teamed along the side. Now Chantel comes up with the ball. Meanwhile, play continues. Pereira went down. Chantel will go off and change up. Meanwhile, Hugo's still out there. Not changing up with the 6th attacker. Took his time doing so. Here's Texera with a shot. That's blocked by Santana, and the ball goes out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Little pushing in-your-face style down on the near side, but Dos Santos and Texera keep cooler heads, but Ricardinho now wants in on some of that action. No love lost between these two teams, never has been. Ever since the original Heat, Baltimore used to battle it out as the Spirit and the Blast. 2:32 to go in the 4th. Meanwhile, Pereira remains down. Being tended to by the trainer. Let's recap the scoring for you. The Heat scored 46 seconds into this game on a goal by Neto, but then, what was it, 24 seconds later at 1:10 of the first, Nascimento tied it at 1. Power play goal late in the first by Donatelli made it 2-1. Power play goal early in the second by Dantas made it 3-1. Power play goal early in the fourth by Donatelli made it 4-1. Then Neto getting his second of the game midway through the fourth here on a power play. 4-2 is your score in favor of Baltimore as Pereira gets helped off the field. A very physical game, indoor soccer. A restart coming up, though, for the Harrisburg Heat. Francis out to Chiago. Near side, Francis. He'll dump it to the far boards. Takes a weird hop and goes right to the middle, and Capinos grabs on. Joey Capinos, long throw up the far side. Chiago backpedals, gets on it. Trying to run it out of traffic, and now taps it over to Ricardinho. Back for Chiago. He'll get overlapped by DePrima, and the Heat will move forward. Under 2 minutes to go, the Heat down by 2. Ricardinho back at center circle. Chiago. Left wing. Sent to the middle. Oh, and Capinos got a hand on it as Ricardinho sent that to the middle, and it got deflected by a Blast player. A good quick reaction. Now the corner kick coming up for Harrisburg. Chiago looking, lobs it to the opposite side, and then sent back out to the neutral zone. Shanked down into the left corner and out of play by Francis. Poorly set up on that restart from the corner. You get those restart opportunities, you've got to get some quality shots off. 1:40 to go in the fourth. 4-2 is our score. Baltimore leading Harrisburg. Santana sending it up the middle of the field. Headed once again as Hugo is back in net temporarily. He'll get the ball, look to bring it out, and make a run to the bench when he can. Meanwhile, it's sent down the near side. Ricardinho crossing it far side. Chiago comes in as a sixth attacker. Shot wide, loose in the middle, hit the crossbar by Texera, then goes out of play. Oh, he was so close. And he knows it. Man, the initial shot wide came to the middle and blocked out of play, but a corner kick is coming up. Texera back out to the neutral zone. Intercepted by Adriano Dos Santos up the far side. DePrima trying to hold him off as it's sent down into the corner, and all the Heat are back trying to guard that ball and get it back with under a minute to go here in the fourth. They're going to call a drop ball in the corner. That's what they'll do. Chiago in as the sixth attacker keeper. Ball knocks off the boards. Chiago comes up with it. Trying to clear it out. Has it blocked by Mello. It stays in. And the Heat able to clear it back out to the neutral zone. But valuable time ticking away as they trail by 2. Kerstetter for Chiago. Long pass up the far side. Here comes DePrima. He'll send one on Capinos. Bobbles it, but then able to hold on. And Baltimore's just going to take their time, run a few seconds off, call the timeout with 16 seconds to play. Joey Capinos with Pat Healy, veteran defender. Those two have operated fantastic back there, finding their groove with William Van Zella, their main keeper of the Blast, being out with an injury. Well, we are back here tomorrow night, fans. The Harrisburg Heat hosting the Florida Tropics. 7:05 with the kickoff. Get your tickets at 540 Heat. Online at harrisburgheat.com. And for you Baltimore fans, you're home Saturday, February 3rd against Syracuse. So Baltimore should be able to hold on here with 16 seconds left. They will take this series 3-1. Pinos will lob it high in the air out at midfield. It's headed backwards. Thomas trying to get to it. Now Chiago, and then it's poked up and out of play with 9 seconds to go. Four to 2, the Baltimore Blast. Kerstetter over to Chiago, 5 seconds to go. Kerstetter at midfield trying to send it up the middle, and that'll do it. The Baltimore Blast with 3 power play goals, knocking off the Harrisburg Heat 4 to 2. The Blast win this series 3-1. They better their record to 13-2 on the season, and the Heat let another one slip away. They are now 5-11 at the bottom of the East. And this was a big game needed, a big win needed for the Heat. Unfortunately, they could not get it. Let's run down the scoring for you as the Heat started out in this contest with the first goal of the game. Looked like it could be a good night. 46 seconds in, it was Neto, but then immediately after that, Nascimento at 1:10 gets this one knocked off the foot of Kerstetter into the net. Then Tony Donatelli on the backside, able to get the ball here off the header, and he finishes it off with his own header for a power play goal at 13:41 of the first. Moved to the second, a power play goal at 1:51 for the Baltimore Blast. Here's Donatelli right down the slot. Power play goal there in the fourth. The Heat getting one back with Neto at the top of the arc. And that's where we got our scoring as Neto just turned and blasted it in, but that was a power play goal. So Neto 2 goals, Donatelli 2 goals, Dantas had one. I don't think we showed that one there at 1:51 of the second. Nascimento with a goal, and the victory in net goes to Joey Capinos. The loss in net goes to Hugo Silva. The Heat back home tomorrow night. We're on the air at 7 o'clock. Harrisburg and Florida. Hope you join us here at the game. If not, we look forward to seeing you on the MASL soccer broadcast on YouTube here with the Heat Soccer Network. I want to thank my staff and crew, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Once again, our final score, the Baltimore Blast 4, the Harrisburg Heat 2. John Wilsbach thanking you for joining us here on the Heat Soccer Network.